6, 1, 2, 8. I'm honestly just playing with this transition. I was just testing it. Hello. But no. There's nothing. Pick your nose. Pick your nose. Pick your nose. Yeah. Welcome, broadcast viewers, to another episode of Minecraft Nothing. I don't. Light. Smooth transition. I fixed the camera thingy. Paninis, yeah. That pops in my head randomly a lot. I'm thinking paninis. Jeez. Just like, it's like the tone or the effect that it comes with it. Whoa, what the? That noise just really in my ear. I don't know what this is. I just threw on some random no copyright crap on Spotify, basically. You know, just trying to be somewhat safe. Yeah. I mean, I've randomly, that clip will come on. I mean, if I ever go through stuff randomly, but yeah, that's definitely one that it's so stupid, but it's great. Wonder if hold on. Oh, I'm trying these vertical tabs and it's really weird. You can, oh, that was the wrong button. Right, that's how you do it, okay. I'm thinking paninis. It's not marketed that well. I can't just search that. That doesn't come up. Wait, who's it? Panini is a song by Lil Nas X. Alright, learned something new today. I mean, there's another Mr. Dad, wow, American Dad clip here. Right. The sound's not going through right now, but how you pre-filter things before the audio. Wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. Here. What? It's not gonna show?
And that's why my dad didn't go to his dad's funeral, and why I won't go to my dad's funeral.
Steve, you're up.
Yeah, see, my dad wasn't really willing to answer the questions.
Sounds like a whole lot of nonsense, Steve. You know what I think? I think you're just trying to get out of this assignment.
Oh, is that what you think? Okay, Mr. Brink, here we go.
Hello?
Hey, Dad, I'm calling from my history class. So, who was president when you were a kid?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I think about killing myself pretty frequently. And why not? What's so great about living? You know when I'm happy? For about 5 seconds in the morning when I first wake up. Before I remember who I am and what my life is all about. Anxiety, disappointment, diarrhea more often than not. I don't know if there's an afterlife. But who cares? Nothingness couldn't be any worse than this meaningless march through my empty days.
See, Mr. Brink?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I know there's more. Wasn't even what I was looking for. Change something on there. Config file. I don't even remember what the video was called, to be honest. Like the one that put up. Oh, it was literally called that.
What do you want for lunch, man? I'm thinking paninis.
Yeah, it's not showing on off. Hold on, which one is... What is this one on? That's the wrong one. I had to change the transitions between things, because it's gonna bug me on all of them. I only want that for, like, the first one.
What do you want for lunch, man? I'm thinking paninis.
Yeah, oh yeah, use the Xbox, right? I always forget about that. Some of these clips, these really short ones, were like, yeah, I'll make shorts. See, we're making shorts before shorts was on Xbox. What the heck? See? We should have stuck with it. We should have stuck with it. Send you what? No, go find it. It's in my channel. Oh, you're not on YouTube. Hold on. I'll send you. I'll send it here. Let's see. Or you mean the clip? I don't know if I have it. It was on the Xbox thing. I mean, I can get it, or you can just rip it off YouTube. But that's the, yeah, the link. Resizing. Hold on, I didn't mean to click that. I'll go back to this one for a sec. But what I'm working on right now, I'm just trying to finish up. I guess pagination. That's the simplest way to do it. On this store that I'm working on. There's an activities page, and right now it just like it loads everything on first call, and that's great when there was only like 40 things to call or load, but now there's a couple hundred, and that's just expensive on the client, right? Like, you know what I mean? So that's kind of. I'm just switching. I just was switching over an environment thing so that it's on testnet and not on the mainnet, because it doesn't really matter at this moment. Sometimes I switch it to the mainnet just to get a more accurate picture of like what's happening, because like it's in a beta phase right now. So vertical sidebar, vertical tab. I don't know. I got those tabs on the side now. Weird. But yeah, outside that YouTube, I don't know if that clip exists anywhere else. Like, I don't know if I saved it or if it was got deleted as part of like a cloud wipe on Xbox, or if it exists on there somewhere still, right? Like, because it was technically an uploaded saved file at one point when they did that. Man, if they stuck with that, they should have man, if only they seen shorts becoming more of a thing, right? Like, I mean, with ADHD, I mean, people's attention span, sorry, it's not all linked to ADHD. That's just my issue. Anyways. Yeah. Oh, okay, there we go. What do you mean by add the option? Like making a clip or something, like for mobile? Yeah, they went like did they focus a lot on the clubs? Like, I don't know. I know that was we highlighted it and like encouraged them, but I think maybe they're still useful for like groups and like maybe finding like LFG. The traditional meaning of LFG, I think the acronym first came from like looking for group back in like 2000, whatever, World of Warcraft 4, 3, 6, I don't know, whenever that came out. I mean, it most probably could have been before that, but I remember it was like popularized. Like, I seen that a lot back then, like looking for group, like, and then maybe it became looking for raid. I don't know, but LFG. But now, when I see and sometimes maybe it does, but yeah, when I seen it, I don't know, in a post, I was like, how that doesn't make sense. Like, why are they saying LFG at the end of that? Like, I don't get it. They're hyped up. And then I realized, like, I'm like, oh yeah, LFG could also mean let's fucking go. And I'm like, jeez. Anyway, just a special moment. Okay, let's see if this loaded. Oh, nothing loaded now. Maybe it's broke. I broke it. I might have. Locally, I was changing things, so I very much could have broke it. Now I think it's got nothing. Also, this scene is just gonna go away. Damn, the transition. Goddamn. Did I break it? Oh, there's the test stuff. There we go. It's up. It was just loading the... Right, the local dev was... Yeah. Damn young hooligans. No cap. Anyways, yeah, these are just like actual market items, and they all have like there's filters on the side here, which obviously filters. I'm probably gonna move them. This, I don't know. I've been somewhat updating like the layout as I touch certain parts, or like if I add something. So I'm probably gonna add a page. No, yeah, page limiter, right? So if you want to view 10, or if you want your thing to grab 100 at once, sure, whatever, right? Like it's on the user at that point. And I might move the filters to the left side. It just feels weird on the right. Like, is that, I don't know. And maybe it's not. Maybe I should move the image to the left side and it won't be so bad. Maybe that's what's bugging me, is the image is on the right and it's off. Wait, I don't know. You design things, old man Solus, right? Is that your passion, design? Or is your passion video content, video? You want to go make a Batman movie? Batman. You enjoy design, yeah. Editing. It's like if you were to go in it like professionally, career-wise, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go get a job editing. What would that look like? Would that be like, you know, working on like yeah, like some kind of maybe a Batman movie on a set, like editing together like the frames or something, like full-on effects, like creating explosions out of nothing, like that, like level CGI, or kind of like something maybe more simpler, because I'm sure that like there's a level of balance, right? Like where people do special effects, like Michael Bay, you know, if you're gonna reference it, right, like to reference different editor types, I guess, would be like someone doing Michael Bay film versus someone doing a slasher, or just like maybe a drama. But I feel like you'd want to do movies of interest, or like a field of interest, if you were to get into that, or like maybe just YouTube content. I don't know, like, you know, that's definitely, you know, people love just doing YouTube, so, you know, maybe it doesn't have to be in the cinematic universe, but like I think on some level people always want, like, be cool to like work for some kind of like brand, or like something that, like, you know, maybe enjoy, like a Batman thing or adult film. Yeah, exactly. That's perfect. As a job, okay, so it's like more of a, and that's exactly like that's that's the thing, like, you know, like what, I don't know, like, yeah, no, makes sense though. Like if you know, you gotta land on that thing that you really could just do like every day, or like multiple times, or whatever. Like if it's, I don't know, you went to class for business at one point. Did you enjoy the business stuff? Or you're like, nah, I'm gonna do bodybuilding, or like trainer 3 days a week, and then like editing 4 days a week. Like if you don't think of it as a job, but like income still comes from doing it, then in a sense it's also, I think this is a description, but Jesus, if I would know. I just say that off the top of my head because I got thrown into this, and there's a lot of like, some places have weird naming. I think I mentioned this before somewhere. I don't know. I mentioned this to someone as like, this is like a 2012 framework being band-aided like throughout the years. Put this back on. Boom. Yeah, so this, I mean, if it's working, let's see if I broke anything for real. There, it loads in. Yeah, you can, oh, do I need to hide the footer too? Oh no, just kidding. I'll just, not scroll. Just kidding. I'm not trying to hide anything, actually. I was just hiding the URL, I guess, mainly. In case I go to the live, check something. Cross-reference, but I wouldn't actually do it in this window, so I'm being, I don't know what I'm doing. What is he doing? He doesn't know. Get him out of here. Anyway, looking for the dev tools. But yeah, see, like first load, there's, I don't know if it says in here. It has, oh, so right now on my test, it's returning 138. Which might not even be everything right now, because I was playing around with the way the filters work, because yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It's just some of the way this was built was just, it's wonky. It's like I was trying to band-aid some of it, but at the same time I'm trying to refactor it and not just band-aid on top. I'm trying to, you know, undo some of the band-aids, if you will. So it's easier to implement other things, because like I know things that are like features we're going to be adding, right? Like I have, you know, there's definitely a lot of stuff coming with this. Like right now it's a pretty simple marketplace. You know, this is your activities page. You know, you got the home page with your hero and like different, right? But and then like you can come up and you create things and blah 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 and blah blah blah. The images, oh, so like right now, like you see like these, yeah, like the image for the item, it's on this page right now. So on the right here's the filters, and I don't mind the filters being on the right, but I want to move them. But I think it's because the image is on the right beside the filters, and I think that's what's visually bugging me, perhaps. Like it doesn't feel appealing that the image is way over there on the right side hanging out by itself. Maybe that's it too. Like the image just feels lonely and it should have company. Like there's all that space, and don't get me wrong, on some of them it should show like there's actual content. It's not always just space. There is like this, like there's content. You like my testing graphics? Useless item number 2. And yeah, so like this one doesn't have any sale and stuff, and right, so it doesn't have a history. And this history tab is basically just replicating the activity tab, but only for that item, right? Like it's taking whatever functionality is here because it has these, or for the all, I should say. Like, because when you load it, it's like all. It just grabs all and it filters it backwards by the updated time, right? So each item has an updated at timestamp built into it. The filters could go at the top. Like you think overall, that would be best. I can't. Like you said, under a supervisor. This guy over here with a job. I'm just kidding. Yeah. You know what, like I said, this design, this overall template framework layout that I'm working on could be from like 2012. Like whoever started this, right, they grabbed something off the internet to build off of, like, you know, it's whatever, and then people just keep band-aiding on top, like different developers and stuff. But that's outside of the design. The design itself is like probably old, you know, somewhat old. They probably tweaked certain parts, but yeah, like you said, blog. I'm on a blog page. Yeah, rather than like a market. And then if I clear that out too, I could probably put them in like a grid maybe. Do you think I mean, I'm not going to drastically change this. I'd probably put a pull request to see if like the main dude, the main, I guess, product oversee, I don't know, product manager, I don't know, not trying to label things. I don't know his, can't remember it. I don't think I've actually asked. Like, I know what he does, but I've never been like, hey, what's your title? I don't care about titles. Anyways, the guy who's overseeing helping oversee this project, yeah, I know he's for it. Like, I changed a few things and he hasn't minded at all, right? Like, you know, it's whatever. It's if it's gonna make it look nicer. It's a little more reasonable for the users, right? Like, because that's also like there's an argument that it's like when you're on mobile. I think mobile actually, I did do that a little. Like, they do come first. Like, naturally you'd think they'd come second just because of the flow, but yeah. And they're also like, I mean, that there's a huge gap there. Like, clearly that could be fixed. Like, I don't know. I will touch this page up though now that I'm working on it. What is this? Oh, this is the view. Is this the view more button on mobile? I just added this. Like, this is part of the pagination. There it is, load more. So that basically, that's also something that I have to fix later on because there's no prefetching or anything like that. So the load more is always there if it assumes, like, it basically on a page with paginate, like with possible pagination, it's basically always there. And yeah, I'll get to some of that in a minute. Like, it's just like, you know, one thing at a time. That's funny though. It just like takes up half the screen. At least you don't have to scroll all the way down to load more. You can just say, hey, cool, click this. It's not gonna do anything though. Didn't it just? That's funny. I don't know. In theory though, actually, it's weird that it's not going away because when it does try a fetch and it returns nothing, it should. In theory, it does work on the other one. Let's see. Hold on, it's under the filter. I had it working under. Right, so minting ends. Let's see it. This number 2322. Click load more. Yeah, see now we get 6, 9. So it does work. And then if there's not any more, there. See, it goes away. Boom. That's what it's kind of supposed to do. I mean, it should just go away on the last load, but there's it doesn't. Right now, there's nothing on the back end saying, hey, this is going to be the last thing. Also, this is why is my... How do I turn that off? Oh my god. It's annoying. That's my phone for some reason. The notification's like through my phone going through the computer. It's like Twitter. I think Elon Musk tweeted or something. I don't know. I think it was an Elon Musk tweet. And that could be from like this morning. Yeah, I wonder if... I don't think his site's on there anymore. Is it? Is his site gone? I know that I don't think he ever paid the domain. I think he's like, yeah, I don't need that no more, basically. I know I've done a lot with the Strathcom filters too. Like I did a lot on the yeah, throughout that whole fucking mess. But and I know that well, if I knew how to spell it, that would be right. But potential next project as well, like kind of in the same realm, like under the Nervos, be like the community, like nation site, Nervos Nation community website, and it's gonna like showcase projects and stuff. So there's going to be filtering as well, like by, you know, project type. Like, is it a gaming project, DeFi or metaverse, like, you know, Web3 stuff, right? Like whatever titles, business. I mean, you get further into it, SaaS or whatever that is, software as a service. I know what it is. I just hate it. I hate acronyms. It's like talking ABC companies. EBC. Rows of 3. Yeah. Boom. Did these somehow get neater? Like before they were in a row of 2, weren't they? Oh, right, because of this. Oh, the purple bar is taking up the loading bar is taking up half the screen, so it's the columns. Yeah, it's in a grid. I didn't really fix it up yet for mobile. I usually do everything on the desktop one, and then I'll work backwards before I push anything to go mobile and touch it up, because it's, I don't know, it doesn't matter, right? It's either way, as long as you make it work on both. I mean, sometimes in my mind I'll have it mobile ready. I'll be like, oh yeah, on mobile this is gonna do grid, and that's probably all it is. I just need to put a breakpoint at wherever it's making 2 columns. 2. But just trying to think of the best way to do this. Because the way that it's fetching data from the database, there's a few ways to go about that too. There's a few ways that I can... and I still have to learn a little bit. It's using Mongoose, which is part of MongoDB, which is, yeah, it's a database. And I've used it before, but like to the extent that I need to use it now, like this requires a little bit more in-depth filtering. So... and they weren't even using in-depth filtering to begin with. Like it's pretty much what I'm gonna do is just filter separately, and then as I see how these filters work, I can actually do the advanced ones after, because there's slight differences, and I've been reading into it a bit. So they decided, let's do like a V2, and then I can recreate this whole front end in a different framework. A fresh, no band-aid, start. That's what I would do for like a V2 launch. But obviously, like, that's like more of a dream at this point. Like right now, this is a working site. The code works. Everything works. It's like, things are working. Let's just keep it working. Unfortunately, though, I would have to say that some of this stuff on the back end is not optimized, and if it doesn't get there, which it's like in my mind to do that soonish, is because it has to run somewhere, and basically you're going to start running server costs because of unoptimized code. It syncs continuously when it doesn't have to. Like, it could sync when a transaction happens or every 15 minutes versus right now it's syncing like every 2 seconds or something silly, which, sure, I get it, it works. You're syncing on a blockchain which has transactions every 3 seconds or 2 seconds, whatever the average time is. And like, as we get to hopefully the next right now, or like there should be some kind of upgrade in a sense coming later that will hopefully eliminate some of those seconds completely, and it'll be more near instant instead of a second or two. Yeah, I'm just gonna... What is this passing back? What is item on events? What the heck? Sometimes I just throw like a logo for, it's right here, item on events. Yeah, item. Yeah, see, it doesn't have... There's an is new flag. Like, I'm looking at the item object right now, and there's an is new flag. I've never seen that one. That's a new one to me. Oh, never mind. It's because it's return. Oh, I get it. Never mind. This is... It's not returning the... But it's not, never mind. It's not even going through that query, so... What the... What the? New query. Yep. Something silly is going on here. Huh. It is doing the lean back, but the it's not returning that. Unless this is using a different route. No, like it's the same. Like nothing has changed there. Yet. Right there. Okay, so then what the heck is that one? No, it's the same. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. This one too, like anything that's using these models, as long as they have this lean, it returns the object without a bunch of other data. And right now it's returning maybe right here, maybe these Y. What? Ah, that could have been it. Make sure they're all lean. Yeah, there we go. Because that is a new thing, if I'm not mistaken. It has to do with like using the more advanced stuff where you can pipeline things through, and like it'll return. You can actually have it basically create new data types and objects and stuff. It's pretty cool. But yeah, it's. And then you might not want to lean it. You might not want to have it lean if you need like a property type like that. Although you can extract it as well. And then like clean it up, but it's a whole other topic too. Is back into lean back. Okay. I thought that they all came default with one of those. But apparently not. I'm gonna copy this link. Yeah, okay, it does. It's just not returning the... Okay, I just gotta return it. Okay, that's perfect. That makes sense. And that actually might be why this isn't there. I don't know why. That's funny. Okay. Funny code. No biggie. But now... Yeah, there we go. Not sure why it's not showing up here though. That doesn't make sense. Just click there. Why are these yellow lines? Default case. Oh. I'll just make this the default for now. It doesn't matter because that is generally the default. Case 0. Case 0. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Boom. NFT item 7 has been minted. On, there's no date. See this? What? We're just gonna throw another one of these in here. Minting. Wait, why is, never mind, that was back. Jeez. Just notes there, it's funny. And there's no space either, but that's... There is. Maybe it's just because it has the italics on it. It's just some really harsh italics. Jeez. What about double? What if we pad it for silliness? Just, I don't know. It's just so silly. I'm gonna do it for now. I just don't know why there's no date showing up. Technically, they should all have been created at some point. Oh yeah, no, some of them are still showing that weird object. That's weird. Weird. Alright, whatever. Like every dot fine. This one maybe? No, dot lean is right there. No, dot lean. Oh, I found one. Oh, it was right there too this whole time. Yeah. I did the other two. Auction. Wait, these are different now. But clearly that was also not, that was breaking something else, because now this is returning. Okay, nice. Okay. Look at that. We're fixing things without even trying. Okay. That's the best that's the best kind of fix, right? I don't know. Yeah, this. Yeah, so we got the dates now. Maybe the dates back on that one. Neat. Minted. Oh, nice. I did use Shat Cat. We got Shat Cat. Man, I made a lot. I'll have to format this later. It's ugly. It needs a comma or a decimal or whatever. It could even use your locale, right? So if you're viewing this item from France, it'll be decimals instead of commas. Weird. The problem right now is that the function it's using, I don't think it's not rounding it first. So basically there needs to be a function that can round it first. because these numbers can get really big. I don't remember what the cap is, and like I don't know if we have a kind of a cap set, but like internally to the smart contract, you could in theory mint, I don't know, 1 hexabazillion, I don't know, some number with like 21 zeros at the end of it, because there's no decimals in that number, right? But it's sharing a functionality right now with the actual amount, which has 18 decimal places. Before, you used to have to start thinking about numbers, and JavaScript and numbers don't go that big, right? If you've ever seen a calculator where like you multiply or divide something and then it just says like 1e.21 or like whatever it spits out, that's basically what happens. It gets exponented, I don't know. It's silly. Numbers in JavaScript. So yeah, there's a thing called big int though, which is being used to help accommodate these big numbers, and then formatting can happen on the front end side of things. And then it can also be internationalized, so it should be able to like, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I could do it quickly now anyways, but it's not really a focus. I'm trying to fix this page. Slowly but surely I'll do it. I'm gonna move the filters. I'm actually gonna add that page limit filter. There's gonna move them in here. Could just manipulate it with grid. But we'll put it in order hierarchically. God, this is, oh my god, the nesting on this is nuts. Like I just can't almost stand it. Like does a single widget mean anything outside of this? I mean, I can stand it. It's just I find it really silly. Like if you've ever inspected certain websites and it's like, why do I have to click 6 divs in? I mean, that's not a normal person problem, but it's just a silly thing. At some point, there was like trying to get rid of that nesting, but I would say especially in these React apps, it seems pretty common to just nest divs. Like you're like, I need something to wrap this with, so you wrap it with a div when it's like you didn't need that other div, or like doing containers, or like when you use old Bootstrap, it's like, oh yeah, we were using negative margins and padding to off-center things, and it's nuts. But things have evolved, so that's good. CSS. Now you can just flex and grid everything. Like those two things together are just powerful for any layout system. Autofill everything. Boom. I mean, I still have to learn some of the flex a bit. I learned grid. Definitely learned grid first. I know how to manipulate grid really well, but it's some of the flex inner properties that I didn't like basis and grow. Like I understand how they work to a degree, right? And maybe I do understand them, and I'm just overthinking how flex actually works, and it's actually just as simple as it could be. Throw a couple rules in there and say, boom, there you go. Got a flex flow. Anyway, single widget, filter widget, and filter widget items and title. Okay, so these are the things I'd have to worry about. Let's see, filter widget. Okay, that's a thing. Title. First of all, let's just see what happens when I... Oh, look at that. Like, it didn't even break. Let's see if it broke functionality. No, because this doesn't care about that. There's a thingy right here, on click. Change filter. That's what it cares about, and it's mapping the filters. Okay, there we go. That's all we care about. And then the title. Look at that. I just unnested Simple. That's the nice thing too with like the advancements in CSS is like you can simplify things now a lot easier than once upon a time. I mean, and when they were built in like using tables, that was the worst. I could almost just use the now. I mean, I'd make a new card if I do the grid. But I don't know. I probably won't do that till after. I'm trying to get a couple functionality things out of the way first here. So after I get this page kind of functioning a little better, optimized better, I want to add like at least a simple search. Be able to search through like the description or the name, whatever's available. I don't know. On some pages, the items are returned with like just a name, right? So some of it's, which is fine. It's just sometimes inconvenient when you're like on the page and you're like, can I not just grab the description? And then you're like, oh, I have to go on the other part of the code now and like literally grab the description to send it to the front end. And yeah, overcomplicated. But like, it's not the end of the world. It's whatever. It's just, you know, pointing things out. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I did minting, so minting's good. Let's close this. This is open for now. Okay, so did it here, but really I should just use the switch for convenience if I want to make this quicker. Maybe work backwards. Is this not part of? Oh. I'm just gonna do this, I guess, for now and try to. No, that's not gonna work. Should I just I don't think it needs to be part of this controller. Just put it up here. Just follow that flow. Wrong things. Do I have to put that? Oh, I put this. Duh. I don't think I need this though. Yeah, you do. I guess I usually have to pass. I'm sure I have to pass something in. Yeah, I have to pass in this stuff anyway. I'm sure there's another way to do this. I'm just trying to. This is like the Polyspawn. I'm not band-aiding it yet. We're almost there. Maybe. So, because I'm sure I could do this after or before. I don't know. I know that if I pass the object back, but it gets messy because I'm looping through it and then I'm adding this. But like I could aggregate this using a pipeline and actually, you know what? I should be able to do this. Let's just do this now because this is getting stupid. Be in here somewhere, one of these. So item, and then there's a Item owner schema. Like, I just don't. Oh my god, that's so silly. Why? There's a user. Address amount. Oh, because they get the amount. That's the only thing. Oh, this is. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, no, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. This one is alright. This one makes sense. That's not the field then. See, but the whole thing. Is it's getting. It does it more than once right here, like user model. Like it shouldn't need to do this for all this crap. Oh, see, it's the pairs. Yeah, that might have been what I was thinking. That's one of them. So it's ref. Oh wait, what? That's almost right. So I think that this needs to be like the actual yeah, dot. That's not it. Here we go. Object ID. That, I think. Something like that should almost clear up needing to do this. I know. But here, so that's creator. And an item should always have a creator. Yes, it does. There we go. That was the one I was looking for. Mongoose. Wow. Wow. God, why is it? Is that it? Oh, this is, wait. Yeah, that's fine. But they're different. Oh wait, so I didn't need to put that one. That's funny. Is there a difference? I don't. Type of schema.types. It's just. So you can do .types, .schema.types. It's just the namespace. Okay. Okay. This is the same one as before. It threw me off. It went in a full loop. Let's find another. Okay, so I should be able to do this though. I don't understand why there are. Oh. This shouldn't actually matter now. It would bring in the whole object, because generally there's a few items, like it's, I don't know. I'll figure it out. It's overkill or not. There's the creator. So this happens here. What were the other two things? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't really even need to create that. I could just do this dirty thing here. Test out that thing. Aha, I broke it. Yeah, I wonder if I do need to do this. Oh, that's might fail. Will that work? I don't know if that's actually why it's failing now. I did change a few things, so I might have to go back and undo the way that it's fetching the owner, the creators. Because even if I pull this back out, let's see. Let's see if this is failing here. Failed me. Undefined. Yeah. Oh, that's because I didn't return it. I'm just a yeah, duh. Because I went to jump back. I'm a retard. Oh my god. I'm trying to do two things. I'm trying to do three things actually at once right now, and call it unfocused, unscattered focus. But also, why you don't just commit everything you do either at once? Like, yeah, commit all, and that's good to go. Ship it. Oh, well, at least I got, there we go, at least I got something now. I mean, I didn't probably need to have this here still, but let's see if it's... Yeah, so it has to do with this. Right, this is filtering it after the fact. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Jesus. Jeez. No, it's because I have, there was two switches earlier yesterday, and yeah, I took one out. And that's what threw me off. Oh my god. I thought the other switch case was still there. And that's what I was assuming. Oh, jeez. Yeah, see, because this item.status, it's what it's relying on, which... That's what I mean, like, it's so separated, like, I'm... God. And that's why I basically had, like... I had this. I just cleaned it up a bit using extracting it. And this is kind of why I'm thinking of just doing else ifs, like yeah, and then. But I don't need that. It's because this. It's so messy. Okay. See how they respond to this though. Basically, I don't need any of this stuff before. That's why I had it up here, because I don't need. If we get here, we get hit minting. We're just gonna return it, and that's all we care about. Otherwise, we have more to care about. Alright, so if I hit listing. Right. It just does whatever. Like that clearly didn't work. Like what? What is? Did not. Because why? We got the. It hit this, and then. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually gonna sync something else too. See how this goes. Here we go. We're doing another thing again. There. Okay. I just said to make sure I synced it because last time I changed. I'll find out, I guess. But anyway, I changed a bunch of internal values so that they were kind of more in line. I made them constants. But unique as well, so that they're not. So they can be used easier elsewhere and not clashing a third of the time. Okay, deployed. By default, it just returns everything. Right. So, because what I broke down. Alright, go back up. Minting. It's all items. Now, I wonder if I have to actually care about this. Okay, right. Yeah, actually, I'll put it up. I did that wrong. Because if it... Yeah, it's still. There's got to be a way. Wait, that wouldn't work with it? Making things up. Why is it doing it? I wouldn't make a difference with it. Dang. There's gotta be another way to reference it. I just don't understand. I thought it was as simple as that. Can't it be simple? Simple, simple, simple. Yeah, I guess that's why it's like it's not that simple. It's like just loop through it. That doesn't make sense. I know if I use aggregate, then I start using aggregate and I get a little bit lost with the end result. A little bit. It's one of the things I've been reading a little bit about. I just don't want to get stuck on it right now. But I might almost have to. Thread just what? Just the way it ended. I get your concern, and then that's it. There was no answer. No resolution. Wait. So could I not just pass it the user schema then? Like, hold on. Can you not just do that for simplicity's sake? Why is this undefined? Oh, user, yeah. Oh, Jesus. Is this one actually labeled auction? Schema and auction. Then the auction itself is a model. Yeah, a model is not a valid type. That's what I thought. Like, even if it was a... Really? That. I understand that that works, but it's not.
I am beyond son of Ragnar. I am not your enemy.
Here, it's not. Yeah, I get it. It's finding the items, but it's not actually. This can actually be used here. Wow, good job. Just because. See, it almost has to do with this. I have to build the query, but for some reason minting was different. Like, it didn't matter because that one is. Yeah, that one's grabbing just every item. Right. So the part that this next part cares about, and if we took that. Right, because really what we should have to do is, in theory, we shouldn't even need that. This is just coming in here to add a minting, which shouldn't matter. It's based off the filter. And the creator is the thing that we're trying to get rid of. Alright, let's see what happens. So to here is okay, that should be as simple as that. And then we can use nation items down here. And I think we can filter them still as a doc, but I don't know. And that's the difference. It's not a plain object, it's a doc now. A mongoose doc. Alright, I don't wanna. Oh no. I can't remember. Let's see if it auto helps. Auto help? No. Well, I'm gonna look. Mongoose. Basically about double piping. Double piping. A double pipe. Get that double pipe. Query. Query. Maybe it's a where statement that I need, right? I think it can be pretty simple sometimes, these things. And then this would be the query. What is ... query? Token ID item collection, which is basically right, but generally, Jesus. Pairs query. So ... query. So what is query is nothing. If token ID. Okay. Those are just query requests. Which this isn't passing in. It's passing in nothing. Yeah, those are for the landing page, right? Let's, yeah, I'm just gonna put a note there, cause like, and this could maybe even be extracted a bit later, but whatever. So for right now, it passes that. The query is actually blank, but yes, if we're on the page, that might matter. So let's test that there. Line that a bit. Okay, that's see, and then these two kind of have to happen anyways, unless I do aggregate, because this is just normal pairs from items, and I'm just looping through. I don't know. Listing. I'm broke. Ah, yeah, as I feared. So nation items. Because it should be like a query now, right? Callback, query with helper. It had overload right here. Here's the other find. Here's the other one. Callback or filter, projection. See, that's just it though. It's like you can't, it sucks you. And then it returns basically this. An array with query with helpers. Query, result type, doc type, T helpers, raw doc type, exec. Wait, is it supposed to have the $? Is that my mistake? I know in the string format that matters. I didn't know. Comparison function must either be a function or undefined. What? Am I not allowed to jump? Like, once you jump into this query, are you not allowed to... Oh, that's cool. Casting. Ah. Do I just have to map it, maybe? That's the only... Is there a filter? I think there's a map. Exist. Explain. Explain yourself. Find one. Find one and delete, one and remove, find one and update. There's no filter, though. There's a map. But also, why isn't the sword thing working? It's failing here now. Because it's no longer a query. Would I have to just literally cast a blank find? Like, is that a thing? Hold on, I gotta save it again. Nope. That's really weird. I don't understand. I did it before. Like, you can, like, it's like, what? I'm not leaning it. It's not lean.
Who are you, stranger? My name is Witzurk, son of Ragnar Lothbrok.
And maybe that's the problem. It's just not a doc. Maybe I have to is it exec? Well, that does a callback. And that's the only thing, I guess my next step is just doing callback. That's... Is that it too? If I don't, maybe if I, because I, oh, maybe that's it. And then... Did that work? I didn't get an error. Let's test it though. Yeah, that's fine. I broke there, but if I hit minting, yay! And then that should be what? I mean, I can see right there how many it is. It's just making sure. Alright, click that. You get another batch of results. Another batch, and then gone. Perfect. Okay, that's cool. So that, yeah, okay. That's good to know. I just had to do with my await. My await. Because when you await it, it executes it as far as I know, right? It's async iterable. Oh, that's not what that has to do with, but yeah, I know that it, clearly I knew something was up. Anyway, got it. So this one should work in theory. Right, instead of needing this. Right, but I don't actually want... Yeah, okay, so maybe this... Okay. This is the... I'm not gonna worry about trying to store on the server side or anything, like, for smart delivery. Right now. Trying to get it to go in, it'll come back. The whole point is that this is going to push it. This shouldn't be trimming any of it now on the external. Now I'm modifying things a bit. Oh, renew items, array, new pair. Yeah, and see, like I shouldn't. This previous owner crap, I shouldn't have to do. And that's what I mean, like this is super inconvenient.
Who are you, stranger? My name is Witzerk, son of Ragnar Lothbrok.
Right, and the only reason I did this here is because it doesn't have the item details. But again, we should be able to do that, right? Okay, so for bid. Right, like before this was linked to the auction, but that doesn't, I don't think it matters because the bids are nested in the auction. So generally you can grab all the auctions and then get the bids because they're related very closely. But the, wait, does the bid not have an owner? Wait a second. From. And this is the same thing where in theory, it should be that. And it's based off this, which is users. And then auction here. Right, and then like the auction token ID. So instead of token ID, this should be the token, the item object almost. Like item collection would be the collection itself, and you usually don't need anything. So you can push out to the page if you needed to with the address. But the item itself is more important because there's like there's data. It's okay. These other things don't want to work as it is, so... And this isn't even used anywhere. So this was called events, and it was somewhat... Looks like they were trying to start something, but really... I don't know, it just... I mean, I get it, you could sync it, and like maybe that is useful instead of going through... You know, like instead of doing what I'm doing now, that they were trying to do this to clean it up, but like... I personally would just won't probably have to like rewrite this whole thing or big parts of it and be like, yeah, no, like let's why like stop. No more band-aids, right? Like it's not band-aid. I mean, sometimes you're just trying to push a product, and that's the whole thing. Is like you're like, we gotta deliver this. We have a deadline to meet. Oh right, I broke it. But see, so in some theory, hold on, if I did auction and bid, let's go back in there. Let's try something. Let's just, for the sake of right now, does that require deleting data? Okay, what is this returning now, actually? Is it here with this? No. Wait. Right, so this is the actual query. That's fine. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna have to, yeah, okay. Items with pairs, yeah, what the heck? What are you going on about? Oh, is it because I forgot to throw this here? Like a special? So what if I put that? Oh, so now it's complaining about... It's complaining about this. But why? String or function? Oh. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. thing, so I can't just give it a quick like. And I can't give that. Looking for a function. So what about or does it need to be on the exec? Is that why the where are? Oh, let's find out. Because the well, we got something back. Items. So I think it has to do with that. Let's find out. No, maybe not. Can't do it. I say no way, Jose. It has something to do with this. It's trying. But it's items with pairs, yeah. It's an array, which is good. Maybe that matters, I guess. Yeah, because it's doing it again. Alright, I know why. I keep taking this away, because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, I think it worked. Look at that. I mean, it not worked completely, but it returned something. Right, and so if we were to kind of oh my god, yeah, these aren't a constant anywhere yet either. It's just like, dang. And yeah, it's a lowercase, just to see. Anyways. Put it just trying to think here. This is filtering stuff after Right, listing doesn't care about this. Listing cares about this. Right, there's only certain things that care, and that's kind of why it's like, right, we can create it. This one can return right away. The other ones maybe create it, then limit and skip. And I think that makes sense. Purchase. Okay, so purchase cares about all. No, it cares about all these runs. So basically, it's minting minus items without pair auction. Yeah, it's simple, but it sounds complicated. Okay, purchase. I guess purchase is kind of double-sided, because purchase could be just ones that were bought straight up, not auctions, right? It doesn't care about the bid as much as it cares about the auction. When the auction ends, it could show up as a purchase, right? Instead of under auctions. Well, it would show up under the ending auction announcement thingy. I don't know, I guess it can be changed later too, it's just... if I ended up cascading this back into a switch, I could have them not break either, and then basically have it filter a couple times on the way down. Oh, hey, yeah, sorry. How's it going, Frost Ranger? Hey, you're right, I was muted. Yeah, thank you. There's a lot of noise earlier going on, and I muted myself, and... hope you're having a good Tuesday or Wednesday, maybe. You're in a different time zone. I don't know why it took my creator object right out. I don't know what's going on. I messed with one of the database objects, and I'm just dealing with this for a little bit here. You're well? Awesome. It's good to hear. $6.10 on a Tuesday? Oh, nice. Yeah. You never know. I mean, could be 4 a.m. on a Wednesday, and you're just having your first coffee, going, "What's going on the internet?" Or not slept yet. We all live crazy lives. But yeah, so my creator's gone. That's like the item creator is just no longer a field. In the item model. I mean, I know I messed it up. Oh, I didn't actually fix this one. Wow, this is probably why. That might be why. Oh, nice. Oh, not nice, unless you're a really morning person and you like that 4 a.m. stuff, but... I'm like, rather work till 4 a.m., right? Do the night kind of... end work at 4 a.m. Unless you were ending at 4, but... I mean... Dang. But I suppose when you get into if you're in a routine, it really doesn't matter time of day, time of day shouldn't control you. Like when people are like, I'm not a morning person, like I get that, I'm not really either, but at the same time, if I need to be up in the morning and that's my schedule, then I'm with it, Alright, so minting works. Got our funny pagination going on. Listing. Yeah, it's just grabbing everything. I will put this back in here though. I need to figure that out after. Oh, part-time. Okay. Well, that's fair. I mean, it's not too bad. You could always go home and have a nap, if you require, unless the day requires you. But, get out at 8, go for a couple hour nap, and then feel rested for the rest of the day. And if you're tired, I mean, 4 a.m. is pretty early for some, so. You got it at 1. I mean, that's got to be nice, though, if you're, if you need the money, the hours help. This dang economy we live in. Okay, so this is good. I don't know if I should restart this. Like, that's not going to make a difference, but... do it anyway. No, let's, sure. Yeah, I'd say out of all the hours I worked over, you know, years, whatever, was night. I always did like nights, just peaceful, you know, driving home in the morning, driving there at night was less traffic, just commute was better. And generally you got paid a couple extra bucks for working nights, but yeah, I don't know, I've always been that, I guess, more night owl-ish. Oh, nice. You got how many? You got like a big coop? Yeah, I mean the 4 a.m. drive's probably a little more quiet than like the 8 a.m. drive. Like you're probably hitting the rush hour when you leave at work. Maybe you're just missing it. I don't know, the, you know, people. I assume 8 and 9 to 5 are like kind of the common rush hour, like those 2 times. Minus any odd times in the day, but you know, commutes can suck with traffic. A small little coupe, but you want to get it bigger. That's cool. Nice. Do you have them just as like pets, or do you have them to like, you know, for later, the eggs? I feel like there's many reasons people might have chickens in general. Like maybe people just like the noise. Maybe you want to have a rooster just to wake you up in the morning. I don't know. My sister used to have one. It would cock-a-doodle-doo at like 4 a.m., 5 a.m. I can't remember what time it was. I was over there once. And it went off. Like, yeah, like I had slept over, but yeah, in the morning I remember it went off and I was like, what the, like, holy, that thing is just right on point with the morning. All females? Oh, nice, yeah. The bike ride, yeah, nice. Nice and peaceful bike ride. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I just don't know why this... Like, I can see why it's failing. But I just, because there is no creator. No creator. Oh, isn't that something? And then in the sync should be a query. There's the creator. Bit of both, yeah, makes sense. They're also pets, yeah. I mean, pets to a point, unless, yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe some of them grow to be old and some of them end up at the dinner table. I don't know. Maybe, you know, I don't want to offend either. Maybe you're completely vegan and I just upset you. But how do they help in the garden though? Like, what exactly is there use for them in the garden? Like, do they keep bugs and other stuff away? Like pests that might interfere with gardens? Is that a use case? So if you're growing stuff. I mean, outside of just having them for like food, right? Like eggs. Like eggs is a great source of, you know, and they continuously make them. They will not be eaten. Oh, that's fine. I mean, like, I probably wouldn't do that with chickens, to be honest. I don't know. I'd probably just do it for eggs if I had chickens. I don't think I'd plan to eat them. I just think food though, right? Like my first thought is like, oh, food, because chickens are such a common thing, but. You're not? No. Oh, it's fine either way. I mean, if You know, eat what you want, right? I think people should live how they want. Just don't push your, you know, don't push lifestyles on other people, right? You wanna eat meat? You wanna only eat salads? That's great. I mean, salads are yummy. You know, the texture of tofu is kind of weird. Eat weeds and bugs. Oh yeah. Oh, they eat the weeds too? That's probably helpful. Okay. It's not liking this. But why? Like, it's basically saying that it... Okay, hold on, let's go. Where is it? Yeah, because it's already in here. Like, if I go... Let's see, hold on, I actually should have... Oh my god, why isn't... Why isn't it there? This is weird. Hold on. There, this one. Fertilizer. Yeah, that makes it the fertilizer part, yeah. Awesome. So they just kind of naturally fertilize it too. Oh, okay, so they'll just eat the plants. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's like a kind of like a clearing in a way too. Like they help with the season. Like it's time. Yeah, I tried tofu. I remember a long time ago, and it's not something for me. Taste doesn't really, yeah, it's not very good. It's just bland. I think it's more of a texture thing for me. Like the tofu itself, it's just very, like with it being bland and then just having like a texture. It's like this feels like it should just explode with taste or something, but it's just like nah. So here's a cube or whatever they used to, like the shape they used to come in traditionally. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, like, just it has this like weird blandness to it. It's almost like, yeah, like even if you marinate it in like sauce for 3 days and then eat it, you can still like taste that blandness. It's like the bland is a taste. Like, I don't know, it shouldn't be a taste, but like that's what it feels like to me. Like I get what you're saying with the tofu. I tried it a few times. I remember like when I was younger even, or like somewhere in my teens, I don't know, like I think my mom had made it a couple times or tried getting us to try it and did that marinating thing, and like, not that she was trying to force us to eat it, she just was trying to get it as a healthy alternative, I think, because like that's what, you know, they were pushing or whatever the commercials are marketing, like, you know, at the time. Anyways, collection, let's see. See this? But the problem is it's not referencing it right. Like it almost needs to... Is there a field? Can I do this? Like something like that, maybe? It has a strong taste. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, I think it's a strong taste, but like to me, it was just like it's a bland taste. Like I can taste it, but there's still nothing there. It's almost like eating nothing. Like even over the sauce, it's like it's almost like the taste of nothing absorbs the taste of the sauce. If that makes sense, right? It's almost like reverse sauce. It's like the sauce just gets absorbed into the tofu and then it's gone. Like tofu is it's a taste killer, right? It's like tofu is just a taste killer. But and yeah, maybe the bland thing is just to me, like maybe that's just it. Like everyone experiences food differently, right? And I haven't tried tofu in ages, so maybe it's not as bland as it once was, and it's just horrible anyway. So I have no reason to try it. I have no reason to buy it, eat it. You know, I'm more tempted to try one of those Beyond Meat things, which I'm sure maybe I have at some point. I don't know. Like who knows? I read somewhere, I think like there's some products that like could be doing it without even us knowing it, but I don't know. I haven't seen it pop up in anything that I've eaten. But I'm just trying to remember if I ever tried it at where the hell, A&W, I think it was, some restaurant. They have them, and I'm trying to remember if I tried one and or not. Because I don't know, I'd rather just stick with beef and, you know, chicken, steak, I don't know, normal meat, bacon, pork chop, ground meat, ground stuff. But yeah, tofu, yuck. The Beyond stuff, yeah. I don't know much about it. I know it's plant-based, right? Like it's like alternative to meat, but like still better tasting than like something like tofu. And is it healthier, or is it just that it's not taking or making animals extinct? Because I can't believe things that are manufactured somewhere are like generally healthier. Like I don't know if they're doing a lot of processing, I guess would be the word, if they're processing the Beyond Meat stuff. I just know that like I've seen marketing, and yeah, it seems like it's, I don't know, it could be both narratives, I guess, like trying to get people not eating animals, but also maybe healthier because it's plant, but it doesn't mean anything. Yeah, so anyway, creator shows up. Address field is not working. Oh, maybe I can use the populate method. Maybe that's what I'm missing here now. I need to populate it. I can reference the users and I need to require it. Okay. Sodium. Okay. Yeah. It's not healthy. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So it's more of a keep the animals alive type of thing. Then that's more the narrative, I'm guessing. Yeah, I knew it was processed in some way. I just didn't know how bad. But once you say that and then say sodium, it's like, okay, I get it. Yeah, okay, grow, like, yeah, sodium. Yeah, so yeah, it's got a alright taste, but it ain't fooling no one. I guess maybe another generation it could fool, right? If that's all they ever knew, like one day there is no meat, you know, it's illegal to eat real meat or something because the animals are so extinct. Like, I don't know, that would be a case, right? So at some point, people won't even know what real meat is. That seems like a possibility. Yeah, it's its own thing, yeah. Like a different type of meat, maybe, if you were to view it as a meat, like, I guess. But yeah, I get what you're saying. It's like its own product. And I say different type, like you have chicken, you know, you have steak, like you have each animal is its own type. This one would be plant type instead of a, you know, cow. It's plant A, plant B, plus processing. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. No. I mean, I think chickens. Yeah, especially because those are the two that people commonly would get. But chickens are, I think, a lot more common now. Like you come in and talk about owning chickens basically, and it seems like, you know, a lot of people are definitely on board with some kind of just having them because it's a good resource for eggs. I mean, especially with the economy, and if you want to think like, I guess like prepper mindset, right? Ain't nothing wrong with having some chickens. Deer and boar. Are they? Is boar overpopulated? Yeah, I know there's some animals that's like, it's crazy amount, and you know, if they get time to like keep reproducing, whatever, like it's fine, obviously, but obviously some animals just could never, you know, cease that or whatever. They cease to exist, I mean. But that's also just living conditions too, like, you know, stuff has changed. They didn't adapt, or maybe they ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time. Oh, really? I didn't know that. Boar's a huge problem now? Oh, okay. Crazy. Is it like when people say alligators in Miami or Florida? I think they're known for alligators. Is that correct? I don't know. I just... maybe that's just a huge meme thing, but... That's crazy. So, like, all the bacon and pork you want, basically, like, or what? I don't know if they have quite the same meat quality as like your traditional like pig, because like boar is a little bit bigger, right? Or gamier. I don't know. Like, I don't know how that would look, but I still assume you get like, you could have your ribs and your, you know, cuts. And then, yeah, I know deer are, you know, up there in terms of population because it's one of the huntable animals, if you will. There's some that they just say no because of the whole population thing. All right, let's see. Doesn't make sense. Oh, they're leaner. Okay. That's it. That's interesting because I know like some animals, like depending on where like you find them, right? Like I know, like my sister and brother-in-law do a lot of hunting, and there's certain areas that they would avoid, right? Just because of the like the things it's eating and all that. Like, yeah, even though it's free range and it's sometimes better, you know, if it's in a, let's say, quote unquote swampy area, it's not going to be as good as if it's living in a field area, right? Because the swamp is basically going to make your deer shit, if you will. But yeah, no, that's interesting that like they have a higher, overall they probably do have a better meat quality in a sense. Sounds like everyone should just be out trying to catch a boar for the month. give the butchers a lot of work. I mean, I guess if you were catching boar enough, you would probably learn how to do it yourself, but some people also just might not like that work. It's just like, yeah, take my boar to the butcher. You can do the hard work. Reference. Yeah, I'm trying to reference another model and it's not working. I don't want to use populate though if I don't have to. It's just an extra step. Okay, so you do have to populate it. Oh, dang. Okay. Oh. Aggressive! You want to go boar hunting? Yeah, I could see that. Aggressive little creatures. I mean, I imagine they're not little in some manner, but I don't know. I'm sure they'd be real terrifying. I don't think I've ever, I mean, maybe at some kind of, zoo or something. I don't think I've ever actually seen a boar. And not in a long time, so like I can't remember the size. I'm just thinking of Pumbaa right now. Is that a boar or is that a warthog? No, that's a warthog. Never mind. Sorry. Those are bigger, right? Like a boar is between that and a pig, right? Like in size. Maybe I'm wrong. I could always look it up, but some are quite huge. Okay. And so crossing, they got bigger? That's crazy. This doesn't make sense. It seems like I have to use the populate, which is, I guess, okay. Can I do it once on the sync maybe? Very. Oh, and they're smarter too? Like they're a little bit smarter? Yeah, I've heard pigs are smart. I've heard that's a thing. So the boars are probably just as, or if not, more intelligent. I think in some ways some animals have lots of intelligence. It's just like the way that, animals are expressive or like process the world is way different, right? Like I wonder what the animal kingdom would be like if humans hadn't messed with it so much, right? Like if any other animal would show some kind of dominance on land. But we got these. This is a huge game changer. Got thumbs. Obviously that's not the only thing. It's just it's a pretty big thing though when you think about like the functionality of our hands alone. Smarter than dogs. Oh, really? Dang. What about dolphins? Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I honestly didn't think that boars... But, you know, it's like, it's one of those things you don't really, like, you're not thinking of. I mean, I'm not thinking about boars a lot. They're not... I don't even know where the closest boar is. I guess the zoo, to me. Are they sneaky too? Like if you were hunting a boar, would it just like all of a sudden be behind you and just like trip you? Like it knows basically, you know, how to flank a human, if you will. Just like ram you to the ground and then run away. This is maybe the place to do it. Yeah, I can be sneaky and tough. Yeah, I can see them being tough. Like, I don't think I'd want to like take one on. Obviously not without some kind of weapon. Even a stick to defend myself. But no, it doesn't seem like it'd be a fun time without the right stuff. If it was just aggressive, right? Like, I don't know if they're always aggressive or if it's kind of like by intimidation, right? Their hide is like armor, dang. So if I see one and it looks cool, fine, and I walk away, would it charge at me still, or would it be like, all right, this guy is not being aggressive, I'm not going to be aggressive, you know? It seems like it'd be situational then. If he's already on edge, stay away. But if I'm trying to climb a tree, okay, that's good to know. Get up a tree! Yeah, it's good thing they're not like bears, I guess. I mean, I can't say I've encountered one of those, but... yeah. I just know that, you know, a tree is probably not the... just, yeah. Populate. Did it fail? Nah, I think I'll have to do it, honestly. No, that didn't work. This is probably also a different spot, isn't it? It is. Jeez. That's wrong. Oh, it's still not casting it. Bear of brown, play dead on the ground. Bear of white, say goodnight. Bear of black, fight back. Oh, really? Is that those are actual things? Like I know that in some cases, and maybe that's the black bears. Yeah, if you could be overly intimidating, it's gonna run. Like certain bears, right? And then there's some bears where it's like, don't even try that because like the big. Am I thinking grizzly? Maybe that's the brown bear. Is where you don't want to. And then if you play dead, you hope that it won't want to do anything because like they like to actually have an active fight or something. I'm just like piecing things that I maybe heard. Like I'm gonna try to remember those 3 things though. If I'm ever out in the wild. Bear, black, fight back. Brown, dead on the ground. And then white, yeah, so hopefully you have a weapon like a shotgun or something. Like automatic rifle. I mean, I guess a pistol would do if you know how to shoot, but it seems like one of those situations where you just don't even want to get yourself in the first place. Oh, so they'll come sniffing around out of curiosity. They're the curious of the bunch. Maybe if I take the lean off that one. Lean back. No difference. I didn't think those had to do with it though. They just want to eat you. Yeah. They don't care if you're dead or alive. Yeah, that makes sense. Just a reminder, don't encounter a bear. I mean, obviously that Easier said than done if you ever go. Ow.
Who are you, stranger? My name is Witzurk, son of Ragnar Lothbrok. Just work. Like it doesn't seem to matter. Yeah, it's... I don't understand what broke. Like, I even put it back. This is the only place it's trying. God, this is... Okay, item image is being replaced. Item collection is being replaced. It's logging this because creator does not exist from this. Because item group creator is not defined here already. It's already failing. Pandas. Pandas. I'm just trying to think. Yeah. I think pandas are just slower though, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Like, I don't know the speed of a panda. 10 feet though? Whoa, I didn't know that. That's crazy. I know that they can be big. Yeah, maybe that is accurate. 10 feet. They're still bears. That's fair. They're just adorable. What are you talking? And they go viral with sneezing babies.
you stranger? My name is Witzurk, son of Ragnar Lothbrok.
Okay, so even if I put this back, those are basically the same thing. Like this is just typecasting lowercase, great. Like what? Nice, the default nonce is always random. Cool. Makes sense. Auction. Yeah, I'm just never gonna mess with any bear. Stay a football field away at least. Say hello. Say hello. Meow meow. You don't want to say hello? Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow. No. Oh, okay. She's just purring up a storm. And there she goes. She's still purring though. She's just like, that's too much stimulation right now. I don't want it. A sloth? Wait, a sloth bear? Is that a sloth or is that different than a sloth bear? Happy kitty, yeah. Soft little fuzzball. She likes to steal my chair sometimes when I leave. I'll come back or whatever at some point. Yeah, this has become her favorite chair, so she's becoming, I guess she's more my cat lately. She'll come hang out on my desk sometimes. Yeah, this stuff is ridiculous. Off the like, even if I undo what I did, it doesn't. Unless it has to do with like this, but no, even that. It doesn't make sense. Because even if I cast that, like the populate field here, it's not, literally not getting it. Here. Even though it should be getting it. Do I have to put a required on this bad boy? Required, true. That's a bear, okay. Just sounds like it'd be slow. Like the one that you could outrun. When someone says to outrun a bear, that's the bear they're talking about. And only that bear. Otherwise, you don't want to... It was the sloth bear? They're more aggressive? Dang. Get him. So even if I do... just a blank find one. What is this log? I mean, item, okay. You can't outrun them? Oh, okay, okay. So even though they're called a sloth berry, you still don't want to try that. It's not something you want to do. Master collection. But yeah, it's just it was a simple thing. I don't get it. It's literally just not working now. Like I undid all the changes that I did. It's just this. I don't even know what to say. This is like a finicky pipe, basically, that I'm working on in a way. Like there's things in here that I don't understand the fragileness of it. It's crazy. I literally undid the changes in the files that I just modified that broke this, and now it's still broken, basically. Like, it's not... And I think that there might be a layer somewhere that's not updating properly. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, my query didn't change. I'm looking at this, the console for the, basically the server logs, and it's baffling, really. Right? Like, it finds the item, but it's taking the creator right out. It just dropped it. And yeah, I know I could add a required here, but I shouldn't have to. It has something to do with the fact that I made it an object ID. And now it's just, like, not liking it. I may actually have to clear something. It's just silly. It's really just silly. I don't understand it. They share the range. Oh, really? Wow. Alright, yeah. Dang. I'm glad I don't think I'll ever have to encounter one of those. You know, a tiger in the wild, or hopefully one of those bears, you know? Hopefully if I ever encounter a bear, it's black, so that I can fight back. You know, apparently that's the one, right? Fight back on that one, and just... The other one, yeah. From my understanding is, if it's white, you're screwed. There's nothing you can do. I mean, you could try, obviously, and hope for the best, and maybe it lands on an iceberg, because you're by icebergs. just happens to be an iceberg the bear can fall on just perfectly. I mean, in a movie, I guess it could happen. The plot, the setting, right? We'll go up north and make sure the bear has somewhere to fall. Dang. Maybe if I save this file 100 times, it'll work. Nope. I'll even try to sync it again. Sync. I'll come back to this after. I just don't understand. Like, it don't make sense. It's so finicky that I put the pieces back and it doesn't want to work. Only thing I can think of is like maybe restarting the server side one more time, but I don't think it's gonna change anything. It's on the dev, it updates automatically. Like, there is no reason that it shouldn't be populating the field automatically with a string, right? So it was already working. It was populating a field in the data that I'm using with a string, and then I was trying to replace it with the actual user, like, so it's an object that has other fields in it, like address and like their image, their description, stuff like that. And I was trying to make it convenient rather than looping through every single one every time, because right now it's just, there's a lot of loops happening when they don't have to be happening, basically, because the way that the data is set up is we should be able to just call data like I'm trying right now, but apparently it just breaks everything. Fantastic. I love it. Now I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. I need to walk away from it for a little bit, you know, and attempt it later or with fresh eyes. But no, I think I know what the issue is, and to be honest, I'm gonna start a fresh thing with some of this later, like this data here. I'm gonna rewrite before I even try the next step, because there's a lot of relations in a way, like this, like the creator, and then there's like the item status is something that was, I don't know, it's so weird. Like, I don't understand why you need an item status of true or false. Like, that doesn't make sense. Either just get rid of it or don't. But I get it, that could be the way to filter it. Never mind. I don't know. Anyway, like, some of these variables aren't used either, is what I'm getting at. Like, is item status or like count, and I know some of it was to come, because like I know some of this it's copied and pasted from some other crap. But like the likes, item likes, that makes sense. You know, at some point you're gonna be able to click a little heart or something by the item, and then it'll add it to your favorites or whatever. 100 messages. Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's on. It's the polar bears that came in peace. Yeah. Yeah, I know, that's true, right? At least attempt, even if it is lost cause. Like, it's just, I think that's the case with any of it, right? Like, survival is just like, unless you know it's gonna leave you alone, or you know how to get it to leave you alone, right? Like, unless you're some kind of expert in that field, like, you know how you're saying play dead or, like, you know, fight back. Like, maybe those tactics work 99% of the time on the bear, so that's good stuff, right? But either way, just don't encounter a bear. That's what I'm hearing. Just don't. Yeah. Property values. Yeah, and then this property types values thing is also kind of weird the way that it's done, because it's a key value object itself, basically. It should be like properties, basically just key value. Like, I mean, it's technically, like, what did they call it here? And I'm not going to do this change. I just wanted to see, like, if that's what it would look like, because this one's already kind of integrated in two places. But yeah, the types and values, so I would be like, right, and that's it. And then now I have one object instead of two objects that are iterating side by side. Like, this is kind of weird because they're index based, so, but whatever. Yeah, I didn't make this. Like, I'm That's why when I touch one thing and it breaks, I'm trying to backtrack to undo it because I don't want to deal with fixing everything that can go wrong. I'm trying to tweak things, and yeah, hopefully we can, at some point we get a V2, I can do some rewriting in a different framework basically. But you know, we live in a world where we gotta work with what we got sometimes, and that's what's going on right now. It's just frustrating though, because like one change and I just like, I don't know how much time I wasted trying to get that. Like honestly, I wasted so much time. Even when I undid my changes, I still wasted time because it was still broken. And that's sometimes the day. Ah, yes. Brah. But I do think that I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I was gonna play some Gears now, but honestly, with what time it is, I'd probably come back a little bit later if anyone's interested, or Frost Ranger if you're interested, and up. You know, about 3-4 hours. You know, unless that's really late, because you know, 4 a.m. grind. That's definitely understandable that you're, you know, in bed for that 4 a.m. wake up, or that 3 a.m. wake up. I guess maybe. But yeah, if you're interested in Gears, that's probably what I'm going to throw on later. I want to continue. I'm playing the first one on Insane right now, playing through the story. And yeah, I might do a little bit more of this development like off stream on my own after supper, dinner, you know, the late afternoon meal. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to reset a couple things. I don't want to deal with this thing that I'm trying to do if it's going to be that much of a headache right now, right? Like I do want to conveniently put users into the objects, but I changed one line and the whole thing busted. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, go stretch and get some water, look out for, go make some supper, or see what the situation is. You know, thank you for anyone who's been viewing. Thank you for hanging out, Frost Ranger, and yeah, you know, for sure, appreciate if you come back. You know, appreciate you hanging out. Not sure if you hit that follow or if you followed last time. I just like there was a Frost or something in here, like one. I only have like a handful, but it's just, I swear it was when I was playing Rust. Sorry, my brain is just frazzled right now too. Like this bug that is so frustrating. Like I'm very frustrated at it. Like I'm not in a bad mood in any way. Like it's frustrating and mentally. That's why I need to walk away too, because it's oh, it's your first time. Okay, yeah, then maybe it was a different name. But anyways, if you know, I appreciate you hanging out, you know. I don't have any kind of like alerts or anything, and like it doesn't stick out as much. So like even if you did follow, which like at this moment I don't know if you did, but I appreciate it if you did hit that follow button. But yeah, no, thank you for hanging out. And anyone else who's around watching, you know, if you're on YouTube, that's why I have that kick message, by the way. Is like I am also have this going on YouTube, so usually more relevant when I play games. But yeah, yeah, anyways, have yourselves a good morning, night, and I'll possibly be back in you know, some hours to play some Gears of War.